Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Me love you long time. Me so horny.
How tall are you, Private? Sir, 5'9", sir! 5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
No! Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get late.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to Home Team Sports. I'm Big Al Boski. He is Adrian. What's up, Adrian?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I am fine. I am so glad to see you.
I know, right at the buzzer too. Like this is like amazing how that happens, right?
Yeah, you're like You're like Ben Simmons at last call. Never mind. We'll get to him later.
No, that's just that's insulting.
Chris Van, what?
CV, what is up,
What's up,
baby?
Big Chris? Always supporting us. See you. I hope everything's okay down there in the Carolinas. They got rocked with a little bit of a storm and it bounced up here and it hit the Jersey Shore. But I'm cool. We're good. How are you?
Yeah.
You did get any bad weather?
No, I got no bad weather. I mean,
You got some no flooding or anything like that?
No, I'm good. I thank God I can swim.
All right, man. Let's start with something fun, right? I know you don't. I know you don't like. Yeah, I know you don't like baseball. So let's start the NFL.
Okay, all right. Let's do this.
All right. And Cam Newton. Cam Newton violated protocols as far as COVID-19 goes, and because of that, he's going to be out for a little bit. Yeah. Opening the door wide open for Mac Jones.
Yeah.
What do you make of this whole thing?
My first reaction to this was ha, and then my second reaction was ha. But my third reaction really got me. My third reaction was probably the worst one. It was what the fuck, Cam? Like, seriously? You mean to tell me that you misunderstood COVID protocols? I don't know what happened. I was going to get me a high water fashion suit. They had the pants too long. I wanted shorts. So I broke COVID protocol. It's can't like.
All right,
they should be done with him. Seriously.
Well, you know how Belichick is. First and foremost, you know Belichick's not going to sit. This ain't going to sit well with him. It's a small, minor thing to some people, but to him, he's a vindictive prick. And I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here, but in the long-term battle. But I mean, Mac Jones. It does open the door for Mac Jones to get the first team reps all week, and then their preseason game against the Giants. They have a co-ed, not co-ed, but a co-practice with the Giants all week. They're practicing with the Giants all week, leading up to them actually playing the Giants. And a lot of the first team reps, and Mac Jones is going to probably start the game against the Giants. I mean, does it open the door wide open?
I honestly, I don't know. Like, Mac Jones has looked good in preseason. Like, he has not looked bad. He's been very accurate, very poised in the pocket. He's made some big plays. So, what else is it going to take for people to realize that Cam Newton has hit his expiration date?
Well, I mean, Chris says Cam is the starter week 1. So is Dalton. So is Minshew. I'm not so sure about Andy Dalton. I think the Bears should run with Justin Fields.
They should. Justin Fields he ran the field. Andy Dalton had how many good plays has Andy Dalton had in preseason?
I know. And the minute that Andy Dalton throws an interception, the fans are going to go insane.
They're going to be hunting for his head.
They want their boy.
Same thing with Minshew. Minshew's not a terrible quarterback, but Minshew is not a starter. He's a come off the bench, like when your quarterback gets hurt, to get your team out of the game type quarterback.
All right, so that segues right into our next subject. Enough to point out that he's stupid. That's why my thing says Cam is Cam does.
Yeah.
AKA stupid is stupid does. Let's give some grades out. Let's give some grades out because I saw a segment that Colin Cowherd did today where he gave out grades to the NFL rookies so far this year. And then, obviously just judging them on what they've done in the preseason. Now, first and foremost, for all you Eagles fans out there, and I'm an Eagles fan, a huge Eagles fan, we're not going to talk about Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts played last season. I know it was 4 games or whatever, so he's not technically a rookie, so we're not going to talk about him.
Right.
But let's talk about a guy named Zach Wilson, who is the quarterback of the New York Jets, who is, in my book, getting A's across the board so far.
Zach Wilson looks very impressive. When I say very impressive, I mean very fucking impressive. That kid is accurate. He's got a good arm. He is not buckling under the pressure of having a paper mache offensive line. He is delivering that ball with some poise and with some velocity. So it's still got a long way to go here with his career, but
he's got a quick release. I've seen it. I watched it. He was 15 of 20 for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Packers. Just saying.
Right.
All right. Jets fans have a lot to be excited with. I'm sure Chris is excited. I got comments here. Wilson for the Jets looks amazing. Yes. Would you give him an A? Would you give him an A?
Would I give him an A? Oh, I give him an A plus.
You give him an A plus. Okay. Yeah. Cowherd gave him an A minus. I don't know what the minus was for. I didn't exactly watch it. He gave him an A minus. So A. I say A. You say A plus. I know Chris is gonna say A. But
hey, Jessica.
What's up, Jessica? Her comment wouldn't come up. She has me blocked. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. All right. So Zach Wilson, I give an A. You give an A plus. Let's go to Buffalo defensive end Gregory Rousseau. Have you seen any of him at all? I've been watching as much preseason as possible because the Eagles are going to suck, right? So I've been watching even if it's on replay, like if the games are on NFL Network or other things, that Buffalo Bills defense is nasty.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Every time I see that kid, he's in the backfield. So, or he's around the ball. So definitely an A for him as well. He's got a lot of power. He's got a quick release coming off the line. For a rookie, he's got some moves.
Yo, man, he went up against Penny Sewell, right? And he stiff-armed him. Like, did you see that highlight where he stiffed a fucking way and went straight for the quarterback? That's awesome. And that's saying something because Penny Sewell is like a number 1 draft pick offensive line guy, first-round draft pick. So, Gregory Rousseau from Buffalo. I'll give him an A right there, too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mac Jones. I haven't seen a lot of Mac Jones, but what I have seen, he does look like he knows what he's doing. He does look like he knows the Patriots offense. He does look like that Cam's been working with him and Belichick's been working with him. I don't know if he's ready, and I think they're smart to start Cam Newton week 1, not Mac Jones week 1, but I can see the potential there. So for the potential, I'll give him like a B.
Potential, I gotta go A.
Yeah.
Potential, I gotta go A. Simply because the program he came from, it's a very NFL rated program on both sides of the ball, and he like the speed of the game and stuff. None of that has affected him. He plays like he did in Alabama. Just on the few little clips that you saw of him, it's the same poise, none of the hurry, none of the rush. Doesn't look like the game is moving entirely too fast for him. So I think I don't know.
So let's talk about Justin Fields, who we talked about earlier as he should start for the Bears, right? I'm only saying that. I don't know why you're saying that, but I'm only saying that, Adrian, because he's better than Dalton. Like
Yes.
I can see it.
Yes.
All right. He might not be ready. He's like, is he lighting the world on fire? No. But I can see his accuracy. He needs some, just a little bit of his, his completion percentage isn't amazing. It's like almost 60%. But I mean, in the NFL, today's NFL, that's not that bad, especially for a rookie. And I think I think if you start him week 1, by week 4, he'll have it. He'll have it down. He'll have a rapport with all the first string guys. He'll have a rapport. He'll have the script that plays down. He'll have the camaraderie with the coaching staff. He'll have all that down. So if the Bears go 1-3, 2-2, so be it. But then once he starts to click, they got something there that might, surprise a few people if he starts to play to his full potential. For the preseason, I'll give him a B- only because he hasn't made me jump up and down and say he's the best. Like Zach Wilson did. But he's shown me enough where I'm not going to give him like a C or lower.
Wilson looks like the best quarterback in the draft so far that came out of that draft.
Yeah. Right now, the way I see it, out of that draft, I think it would go Wilson, Jones, Fields. But that's me. Chris Van says Fields not that impressive. Dalton will start. The season guy is a proven winner. Is he? Really? Look up that stat. Let Fields sit for a bit. I mean,
how many wins did Dalton have?
Some coaches do Donovan McNabb, right? Like, you let the guy sit. I mean, he might sit the whole damn season and watch Andy Dalton run the offense. Sometimes they do that. But, I mean, sometimes when you have talent, you just got to use it. It's like Trevor Lawrence and, like, he mentioned Gardner Minshew. Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked that impressive either. But, no. I mean, Gardner Minshew sucks. He does. He just sucks.
He is not a starter. Minshew is not a starter.
Yeah, I know, but like I understand the point he's making where sometimes you can't just throw the rookie quarterback to the wolves.
Right.
I get it, but like in the Jets case, are you telling me, Chris, that you want to sit Zach Wilson? Because I don't think so.
Behind whom?
Exactly. I don't even know who his backup is. He might. Did they get Mariota? Who did they get? He knows. He's a Jets fan. Who's Zach Wilson's backup?
Yeah. I mean, the best 1-2 tandem as far as quarterbacks right now is in Buffalo.
All right, so Jimmy Garoppolo is probably going to start in San Francisco, but let's talk about Trey Lance. Have you seen any of Trey Lance? Because I can tell you that I have. And he again, not lighting the world on fire in my face, but he's kind of on the level of Fields. I can see the potential there, but he's just not quite there yet.
The game speed's too fast for him right now.
Oh, White, okay. White is Wilson's backup. Exactly. I'm with Chris on Fields, and but Trey Lance for the 49ers, I'd give him a B-, maybe a C.
B-.
Yeah, he's not really turning me on. Would you say B-?
He hadn't made a lot of dumb plays, though. That's the thing. He hadn't made a lot of dumb plays.
All right, let's get to the ones that are kind of All right, so those are the ones that are like A was Trey Lance, and I gave him a C. So let's get to the ones that are below average, like playing less than a little disappointing. Penny Sewell, have you seen any of him at all?
He's been getting ran over.
Run over.
He's been getting ran over by everybody.
White or Morgan. Yeah, I know.
He's been getting ran over by everybody. Everybody has made him And again, it has a lot to do with game speed. But even when
Right.
he went up against the rookie from Buffalo, that kid mugged him into the quarterback. Like,
he's disappointed. Is he disappointing enough for them to be concerned, or do you think he'll get better?
I think he'll get better. Offensive linemen are kind of tricky because they're like what's the guy's name? Tyron Smith, Cowboys.
Right.
Definitely going like one of the best offensive linemen in football. When he was in preseason, he didn't look that good. Game was moving too fast. But by the time the regular season came around, he was feared.
Do you think that Penny Sewell not playing for a year affected him?
Yes.
I mean,
I wholeheartedly agree.
He opted out in 2020. He's one of those guys that opted out in 2020.
But see, you can't say that about all of them, because there's a guy who opted out of 2020 and he is as advertised.
Right.
And that's Micah Parsons.
Okay. So let's talk about. So that was Penny Sewell from the Lions. Let's number 1 draft pick. That'd be Jamar Chase, the wide receiver. Remember him? Everybody was high on him before the draft. Remember, they were going berserk, huh?
Sir drops a lot.
They were falling over for him in the draft. Yeah. Right? Everybody wanted him. He ain't got no hands,
Lieutenant Dan. He ain't got no hands.
Everybody wanted him, and the Bengals took him. And 3 drops and 3 targets against Washington. He's not looking
on the money. Money drop. It's one thing if it's over his head, fingertips, whatever. Boom. My coach said if you can touch the ball, you should be able to catch it. That was always the thing that was told to me. But if they're hitting him in the chest and he's going, oh, right in the hands, oh.
I forgot to give Penny Sewell a grade. I forgot to give Penny Sewell a grade. I'm gonna give him a D.
D minus.
And Jamar Chase, I'm with a D minus.
Jamar Chase gets an F.
Seeing Surtain being good. Yeah, well.
Patrick Surtain is lighting up as advertised. As advertised.
Yep.
He had a pick 6 recently.
So let's go to Baltimore and their number 1 draft pick linebacker, Odafe Owa. I forget how you say his name. Odafe Owe.
Guy from Notre Dame.
Him.
Yeah.
He's had 2 pressures in 24 snaps. That's not all that great.
These linebackers coming out of Notre Dame making Notre Dame look real bad. Hopefully he'll get it together.
I'm gonna give him a C minus. Because linebackers are hard to judge. It's hard to judge a linebacker where you want to see a big play out of a linebacker, but a lot of times linebackers are just judged on their tackling abilities and their their run stopping ability, their coverage on tight ends. Jessica, who of the rookies do you think is going to struggle?
It's got to be
either. You got an answer for
that? Right now, judging from what I'm saying, it's either going to be a quarterback or Penny Sewell.
I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence on that one, only because, from what I've seen with Trevor Lawrence, and that was the next guy we're going to talk about from Jacksonville. I'm with Chris. You have to start Minshew to start the season off, but Trevor Lawrence hasn't really turned heads to me either.
Yeah, he hasn't been terrible.
He hasn't been
terrible, but he hasn't been
been mediocre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much it. Did we miss anybody? I don't think we missed anybody important.
As far as disappointed rookies,
Micah Parsons. We went through all the quarterbacks, basically.
Yeah, we went through all the quarterbacks.
All right, so we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch to did you see the Manny Pacquiao
Why is he
fight?
still boxing? Why is he still boxing?
Huh?
Why is he still boxing?
You're cutting in and out, so I didn't hear what you said.
Why is he still boxing? That is my question.
Why is he still boxing? I don't know. He lost by unanimous decision. I did not see the fight. I saw the highlights, but my question is, should he be done? Is he done?
He should have been done 8 years ago. After him and Floyd basically waltzed around the ring together and was hugging on each other.
Yeah,
and
that was just
I love you.
I thought that was the last scrap at money before he retired, right? Like,
let it go.
I thought that was I thought him and Floyd was like a retirement grabber. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and him and his boo.
Right. And I mean, I know in the Philippines he's like a god, right?
Yeah, he's a senator.
Right. But what I'm saying is that like he, and I don't think that boxing should let him box anymore from the highlights that I saw. And I also think that people got to be morons to pay to watch him box moving forward.
It's like the same thing. Like anytime you hear, oh, Floyd Mayweather's got a big fight coming up, people will tune in right now. People are tuning in to see if Floyd's going to lose. Floyd's undefeated. He's still undefeated. Even in the amateur match, he's still undefeated. But the thing is, Manny, like, why? Manny does not need to box anymore. Manny's done enough. Like, let it go. Please let it go, because now you're getting hurt. That dude was tagging him in the worst kind of way. Like, I thought Manny had insulted him or something, because the way he was getting.
Chris said Manny showed his age. Ugas fought a great defensive fight and landed power shots.
You know what? Every picture you see the highlight of the fight, like when you freeze frame, it's like this: dude's fist, Manny's face, like that's all you see. And no, it's more like this. That's it. That's it. Like, why? Let it go. Let it go. Please, Lord, let it go.
All right, man. So we're gonna rank. Whoops, wrong one. We're gonna rank the. I'm sorry. We're gonna predict the NFL division winners in each division. And cousin Phil texted me and sent me his predictions.
Ooh, I want to hear these.
And his predictions in the AFC East. This is cousin Phil, not me. Everybody, cousin Phil. If you watch this show, you guys know who he is. Cousin Phil says in the AFC, in the East, he's got Buffalo winning the division. In the West, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I agree.
In the North, the Cleveland Browns.
Depends.
And in the South, the Tennessee Titans.
I agree.
Okay. In the NFC, he's got the Washington football team.
I disagree.
Winning the East.
I disagree.
The Green Bay Packers winning the North. Tampa Bay winning the South. And the Rams winning the West.
I agree.
So you pretty much agree with everything except for – so let's go back and talk about the ones you don't. NFC East, where he picked the Washington football team.
NFC East, it boils down to two teams for me. No, I think right now, if I'm going by just on paper, Dallas is the number one favorite. Dallas is the favorite.
Dallas is always favored, Adrian.
I'm just saying on paper.
The national fucking people have Dallas going to the Super Bowl against the Bills.
Man, I can't. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, the Bills need a rematch. They want their comeback. They're 0-2 against.
I can name 4 teams in the NFC that are better than the Cowboys.
The ones that are winning their divisions, the other ones that are winning their division. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what it's saying. Anybody can lose on any given Sunday.
So they say.
Yeah, we've seen it happen. But I think So you're calling the Cowboys
All right, so you disagree with Phil on the East.
Either them or the Giants. Either Cowboys or Giants.
It's between the Cowboys and the Giants, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And then Cleveland, you said, I don't know.
I don't know. Depends on what Ben Roethlisberger we're going to see.
So
but you know what? I take that back. I take that back because I forgot of the defense that Cleveland has put together this offseason. So I agree. I wholeheartedly because they have a nasty defensive front.
What about the Ravens?
They lost one of their premier rushers. The rookie still ain't got it together yet. Lamar Jackson has not proven that he's an adequate pocket passer. So if they shut down the run and he has to throw the ball, what are you going to do?
Right.
We've seen games, especially with Cleveland, especially last year, he was running for his life in the other direction. So, yeah.
And did you agree on the Titans?
Yes.
Okay. So everything else you agree. What about the West with the Rams?
Yeah, I don't see anybody out of the West really overcoming the Rams.
All right. So for me, I'm going to call the Rams in the West, Tampa Bay in the South, Green Bay in the North,
of course,
Washington in the East.
Why Washington? They don't have a quarterback.
Yes, they do. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay,
and they got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
They got
a good coach, and they got the best defense in that division.
They do, but they got we'll see.
Okay, there it is. In the AFC, I got Cleveland winning the North. I got the Indianapolis Colts winning the South. I got the West being won by, you heard me, the Indianapolis Colts winning the South.
Bless your heart.
Kansas City Chiefs winning the West, and the Buffalo Bills winning the East.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
Chris says Cowboys and Seahawks win their divisions. So he must agree with the other ones. Cowboys and Seahawks.
Yeah.
No faith in the Rams. No faith in Matt Stafford going in that team.
I think because of the debacle we had.
They were a quarterback away. They've been a quarterback away. And
now they have a quarterback.
Seattle's getting old, man.
Now they have a quarterback. Everybody on
You heard what I said, Jessica. The Colts. You think I like saying that? I like the Titans. Believe me.
You said the Colts because they said Carson Wentz is going to be a week. Is coming back from week 1.
I'm not saying that. I hate Carson Wentz. I want him to fail. All he has to do is play 75% of the games and then get his regular team. Carson Wentz. And actually, can I amend my statement and say that, I wouldn't count out Baltimore in that division either?
Why?
A lot of talent on that team.
Okay. What did they address in the draft?
They didn't do anything.
Exactly.
They got the same thing. But I mean, I'm just saying, if everybody stays healthy, I'm not a huge believer in the Browns who say they're going to run away with that division.
The Browns have more offensive weapons.
They do, but how's their defense? I have to agree with Adrian. Bless your heart. Thank you.
The Browns' defense?
Is the Browns' defense better than the Ravens? Better than the Steelers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I did pick them to win the division. You were like, it depends on Ben.
But see, I said that not remembering what all they did in the offseason. I'm just going,
what did Pittsburgh do?
Not a damn thing.
Cleveland made all the moves.
So Cleveland's gonna win. Cleveland's gonna win the division because they got better.
Rams O-line not that good. Stafford good for 2 interceptions a game when he played for Detroit.
Yeah, but he's also good for 4 touchdowns a game. So
Stop.
with those weapons, oh man, he's gonna have a field day.
Seattle's not what they were, man. You know,
Seattle,
Russell Wilson's amazing. I love Russell. I love watching Russell Wilson play.
but he's got a deal for a wide receiver.
49ers, I wouldn't count out the 49ers either if they get their shit together. They got good coaching.
Yeah, but
That's going to be the tightest race. I think the tightest race in the entire league is going to be the NFC West. I think it's going to be a 3-team race. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. Because I'm not a believer in Arizona. I'm not a believer in what's his name here. You know, and they say, "Oh, he's got Hopkins." So what?
Yeah.
So what? They'll be great in the regular season, but they won't make the playoffs. Who cares?
They started getting it together a little bit last year at the end of the year. And maybe they'll ride that train because I mean the same thing happened to Buffalo the year prior. They were sucking and they started getting it together. And then,
my 13-year-old is for the Seahawks. Bless their heart.
Agreed.
Ravens, Steelers, Browns be toughest. Bengals might be the surprise team. Why? Because of Joey Burrow? Who else do they got?
Captain drops a lot.
Yeah. Jamar Chase.
I'm open. Oh.
They still got AJ?
McCarron?
No,
Green?
no, I forget his name.
AJ Green?
No, I'm not thinking of him.
The wide receiver?
No. I was thinking of somebody else. The Bengals are going to win 4 or 5 games, Chris. Relax.
They'll be up there for the number 1 pick again.
We got one more subject. I know it's your favorite.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Major League Baseball pennant races are heating up. I'm pleased to announce that the Phillies, by virtue of the fact that the Atlanta Braves are playing a tougher schedule and the Phillies have an easier schedule. Yeah, see, that's how you were the whole show anyway because your internet's fucked up. But okay. That the Phillies have a shot at this. Plus, the Padres are starting to fall down in the wild card standings. So the Phillies, if the Phillies could be that dark horse sneaky team that sneaks in there, and they're going to get Zach Eflin back. They just got Rhys Hoskins back. So I mean, a lot of cool things are happening there.
And the Yankees are in the wild card race. I mean, the
Yankees are the hottest team, huh?
I was just saying, like the Yankees are in the wild card race. So
yeah, the Yankees are right in the thick of things now. They've won something crazy like 10 or 11 straight. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But yeah. So they're not done yet. I was hoping the Red Sox would do better. They have gone.
That's because the Red Sox suck.
Well, they didn't all year. They were up there all year.
Yep. What goes up must come down if they suck.
Chris is right. It's who gets hot at the end of the season. All the races are close. It's awesome, right? The Dodgers are right in there in the West with San Diego and San Francisco, and the wild cards are going to be interesting. The American League wild cards are going to be very interesting. Tampa, the Phillies have Tampa Bay tonight and tomorrow, and then they have a 4-game series with Arizona, which is the worst team in baseball. But they also swept them last week.
Mm-hmm.
No, I meant the
yeah,
Diamondbacks swept the Phillies last
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So
week. There. But this is the time of year. September makes champions in baseball. I'm educating you. You understand? This is the hot time, man. This is the bad boys of summer. This is September. Grind it out. Get your asses to October. September baseball is the best.
yeah, it's kind of
So,
like in the NBA. You see a lot of teams that kind of coast until it starts getting to like the last 3 months before the playoffs,
yes.
and then all of a sudden they come on hot. Yes,
Yes.
that's a
Big
good
Chris
strategy.
fan. Who sneaks in? Who sneaks in the American League and the National League? I can't ask Adrian that. Who sneaks in, Chris?
I think the Angels
That's what I want to know.
in America.
You think the Angels will sneak in?
I think the Angels might stick in. Otani's starting to
Ohtani.
heat up again.
Here he
He's starting to heat
goes.
up again.
That whole story is awesome, right?
It's amazing, man.
I don't care what, I hate when Harry starts talking about, well, it wouldn't be as big a story if he wasn't Asian. Dude,
It's a great story.
if Mike fucking Trout was a pitcher and he was throwing 100 miles an hour and he had 40 home runs and was striking people out lights out and made the All-Star game as a hitter and a pitcher, who's ever done that?
Exactly.
Shit's awesome. It's exciting. When will Baltimore win again? Are they tanking? I was watching
Some of the Orioles?
I was watching Pardon the Interruption, and Tony Kornheiser came out and said the MLB has to do something about. No, it was Wilbon. Wilbon said that the MLB has to do something about losing games on
purpose.
On purpose once you're more is because they've lost like 18 straight games or something like that.
Yeah, and you don't see that. You don't see that. You don't see that out of teams. Yeah, I was watching it like that. That's a good point because like the way they're losing makes no sense.
We do have one more subject, Adrian.
We do?
Is Ben Simmons the greatest basketball player in August? Have you seen the videos? Don't do that because I think you're frozen. Don't do that.
Ben Simmons ain't the greatest basketball player on the Tuesday, let alone the whole entire month.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Have you seen
put up them highlight videos of you shooting jump shots over folks and you shoot me? Do that shit in the regular season.
He does it every August, though.
He'd be like, you see this? I'm working on my jumper. And then you get in the game. It's break, boing, air ball. Like, it doesn't matter. You can shoot a million jump shots, but soon as you in the
Sixers fans be pissed off that Ben Simmons puts these out every August?
Every time I see him with a basketball, I'm flattening it. If I was a Sixers fan, I just walk up, just that's for you.
He's got to be gone, but unfortunately, I think they're gonna start this.
Nobody wants him. That's why
Season with him.
You couldn't trade Ben Simmons for a brand new puppy. You know what I'm saying?
It's just hard to believe. He was such a big hype coming out. It's sad. I agree. Simmons just can't take the pressure of the game. You're right, Jessica.
Simmons can't play basketball.
We got
one and done my ass. Play ball. Like, just do that. Just play basketball.
My opinion of that whole Ben Simmons thing is it's a joke. He needs to stop. He needs to grow up. It's not going to – I mean, to me, he's trolling Philadelphia fans because he wants out of Philly, and they want him out too. The feeling is mutual.
No. He should have been gone. He should have been gone. Should have been gone last year. And then somebody on this panel was like, well, why don't you just give him a chance to see what happens?
Who said that?
They on board. Who said that?
Me?
Who said that? Yes, that was you.
I did not say him a chance.
You said last year, when they was in the bubble, you were like, I believe, we gotta get him one more year, and then maybe he'll be good, and maybe things will light up for him. Go back and find the tape. I guarantee you. I remember this.
Man, I'm live.
Yeah, I'm just saying, go back and watch the tape.
I'm gonna have to research it. If I find that clip, next Tuesday I will air that clip.
Please do.
Okay.
Please.
We got one more. We got one more. Should the NFL scrap preseason? And here's where this comes from. A lot of fans who bought tickets to these preseason games or have tickets to the preseason games and go to these games, they want to see the starters at least start the first quarter, the first couple series, right? But a lot of teams don't play their starters in certain games. Now, guys like Belichick and Andy Reid, who have won championships, start their guys. Get their guys ready for the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fucking, like, let's say Jalen Hurts, they said he had a stomach bug or something. Bullshit. They didn't want to play him. They didn't want us pissed off for them not playing him. So now we're wondering, is he going to play on Friday against the Jets? Are we going to see him at all against the Jets? Or are they going to see all their starters?
You need to, because he needs to establish himself as a leader of the team.
Load management?
Yeah, no, that's not load management.
That's what people are saying. People are saying, people are saying, but you don't want him to get hurt, do you? Because what do you have after that, Joe Flacco?
Okay, the way I look at it is like this, and the way it's always been when it came to preseason is you have to see what you have behind your main talent. You have to see. To me, it's just auditioning for a backup role.
Well, that's
and
what
some of these guys.
Chris says, no, it's needed for players to make the roster. Some guys, it's their only chance to shine. I get that, man. But I mean, why can't they just have these joint practices and these scrimmages, and you can see who you got?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same because game pressure.
It's got to be a game.
Game pressure is different.
But there's no pressure in these games.
You are hungrier when you're fighting for a spot in a game because it's your time to shine. You're in front of the camera, you're in front of the lights, you're in front of a live audience. At practice, everything's tailored for you. Everything's homegrown. Even in joint practices, you have a joint practice and you're like, oh, okay. It's not as intense as it is as being in the game. Like it's a different vibe.
I remember. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remember a time when there were 6 preseason games.
So do I. So
why now is there 3?
Oh, it's 3 now instead of 4?
So why now is there 3 now?
Because people got tired. Like the big thing was, oh, we're going out here for practice and we're going out here for the preseason. These games don't mean anything. We're getting hurt. Okay, that's understandable. But it's football. You run the risk of getting hurt. That's like me being a professional wrestler, being like, I go out there and I take a suplex and I mess my hip up. It's some bullshit. I know what the risk is. Like I'm a wrestler. I know that I can be walking in the ring and pull my hamstring. Guess what? I'm still gonna wrestle.
Yeah. Did you watch SummerSlam? Well, that's a big yes.
Thank God we don't talk about wrestling on this show.
We don't.
Thank God. Because
you can rant about SummerSlam. It won't bother me none.
It was bullshit.
A great preseason can get you a contract. All second string, all second and third string, not matter that much, are all NFL players. Where you find hidden talent, yeah.
Without preseason, that would be.
I get it. I wasn't saying we should.
Preseason, that would be.
It wasn't my question. It's a question people are asking out there nationally. It's not me saying I think we should scrap preseason. I'm just saying, is it necessary?
Oh yeah, I believe it is necessary because like you find missing pieces. You find your missing pieces, and like, okay, I drafted this kid number 2 overall, so I need to be able to see what he's got NFL like during NFL speed, because NFL speed and college speed are 2 different things. Game's a lot faster. Game moves a lot quicker, and it's a lot more intense.
So
So
I assume when you said that SummerSlam was bullshit, you're referring to Bianca Belair.
that is one of the things that I said was bullshit.
Okay.
That like you know how many people like lost their minds because of that?
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. Look at it like this. How many times has Becky Lynch wrestled Sasha Banks?
Right.
Quite a few, right?
Yeah.
Bianca Belair wrestled a 20-minute match against Sasha Banks. Normally, Becky Lynch wrestles a 20-minute match against Sasha Banks.
Right.
Belair beat Sasha Banks. Champion.
Right.
Went off to do a thing. Wrestled Carmella. Beat Carmella.
She didn't wrestle Carmella.
No, I'm saying like she's wrestled Carmella
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Competitive match. To go out there and lose in 29 seconds is insulting.
Okay.
It is
I agree.
insulting to young talent.
I agree with you, but did you hear why they did it?
It makes any excuse they give is not a good one.
Okay.
Why did they do it?
What I heard, well, what I read, is that Sasha Banks refused to get the vaccine. The original idea was to have Bianca beat Sasha Banks and have Bianca sitting there. They were going to have a WrestleMania rematch. They were going to go out there and steal the show like they did at Mania. They main evented WrestleMania. And she was going to be sitting there holding the SmackDown Women's Championship up. And then you would have heard Becky's music. And the place would have went nuts. Becky was going to come out in street clothes and get in her face and basically say, good job, but I'm back. And they were just going to stare each other down, and that was it. Vince, crazy old man McMahon, pulls an audible because when Bianca went out to the ring, Bianca still thought she was wrestling Sasha. Vince took Sasha and said, you're not wrestling her. She is. Vince last minute because she would not get the vaccine and sent Carmella out there so that Becky could get ready because Becky was in her street clothes. The whole thing with Carmella going out there was so that Becky could get dressed. The segment had already between Bianca's entrance, Carmella, or the announcement that Sasha's not coming, Carmella's entrance, and then Becky's entrance. The entire segment had already gone 20 minutes. So Vince thought in his idiotic, stupid mind that because the crowd was robbed of Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, that they owed them something else, something big, something major. So he sends Becky out there, who's way over, as you know, you heard the pop.
Mm-hmm.
But what he should have done was send Becky out there. They could have had a match. Becky still could have won the damn match, but it could have gone another 20 minutes. But then that would have gave that segment like an hour.
To have her lose in 29 seconds.
Yeah, was a disgrace. I agree.
Did you hear?
I'm just telling you
her reaction to it.
No. I'm just telling you what I'm just telling you what I heard was the reason why they did.
Did you hear Bianca Belair's reaction to it?
Yeah. I saw it. Go back and watch the footage. The ref, you see when the announcer makes the announcement, she makes this face, which is genuine. She's like, what are you talking about? When she makes that announcement, while Carmella's coming down the ring, watch the referee walk over and talk to Belair. And
I'm saying after the match.
I know. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
The referee said to Belair, "You're change of plans. You're losing to Becky Lynch." The look on her face was like, "Are you fucking serious?" because she thought going into that match that she was supposed to win. And she was gonna defend the title successfully against Sasha Banks.
She was gonna put on a hell of a match like she always does.
What was her reaction, you said?
She left.
She left the building?
She left the building.
So is she going to show up front? Fans wanted Lynch back. You do what the fans want. She is the show she sells.
No.
They did. Listen, Chris. I agree with you that Lynch is way over, but they were just
no.
I mean, you don't have a woman win the Royal Rumble. You know,
main event WrestleMania, and then lose in 29 seconds, right? Carry the title as long as you did. Put her in grueling matches and put her and have her job. You had your champion job out. That's what that was. That wasn't a match. She jobbed out.
Right.
No. There's business etiquette. There's a level of respect. No, I adamantly disagree with that comment.
Lynch versus Belair could have been good if they had an actual match. I agree with that.
Exactly.
Tom.
Give them an actual match. Like no. All you do to sell the fans. They've been pushing Roman Reigns down the fans' throat for years, and people can't stand Roman Reigns. So now they're gonna give what the fans want. No.
Yeah. Does Bianca show up on Friday?
I don't know. What I read was after the match, she walked to the back, walked past everybody, walked to the dressing room, grabbed her stuff, and got in the car. She left the building.
I don't blame her at all.
No.
They disrespected her so bad. I agree. Listen, guys. I agree with Chris to the point of Becky Lynch is more over than Bianca Belair.
Oh,
but I also agree with you guys that Bianca Belair was completely disrespected and screwed.
Yeah, I'd rather that's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face because and it kind of plays to the testament of why they're losing so many people.
Oh yeah, fans, you mean?
Fans and workers alike. They're losing a lot of people.
Well, I heard half of those fires were not budget cuts. They were because some of them refused to get the vaccine.
No, a lot of them asked for the release. A lot of guys asked for the release.
I know Adam Cole did.
Adam Cole's asked for
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, guess where he's gonna be at?
Right next to his honey pie.
Yeah, guys like Bray Wyatt. Guess where he's gonna show up at?
Be elite.
Yeah, he's already changed his name.
I'm honestly surprised she stayed in the ring. Yeah, I agree.
As a performer, you still go through the motions, and you put on the show, but it's hard. You gotta I look at it because I'm a wrestler. I look at it from a completely different standpoint. I look at it from a standpoint of if that was me.
That's why I wanted to know your opinion on it because I know we talk sports on here.
Yeah.
But I have you here. I don't have the interruptions of Anthony and Harry.
Yeah. That would change my whole perspective on my relationship with the company, because anytime this has happened, there's always been some backlash from the worker in some way, shape, or form. You had it with CM Punk, you had it with Bret Hart, you had it with a lot of guys who they had these really weird endings, these last minute changes to it's a great idea to have you drop out and lose. To happen with Stone Cold. You want me to do what? No, I'm not doing that. And because she's relatively new, she's new talent who they push to the moon, and she's held up her end of the bargain to have me lose in less than 30 seconds. in less
Yes.
than 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what the reporters got from some people backstage was that they the segment had already gone 20 minutes. If they had a 20-minute match after that, it would have been 45 minutes, and they were already running long. Not the 29 seconds.
DQ.
Huh?
Have it go to a DQ. Have it go to a no contest.
No, I think what they should have done is just had her wrestle Carmella. Carmella was already out there. You could have had her wrestle Carmella. You still could have had Becky Lynch coming out. There still could have been a pop, and there still could have been a face down. And then you have the match on SmackDown because they need the ratings anyway. They want someone like Queen Flair. Now that I can agree with.
Yeah.
All hail the Queen. I was cool. I was cool with SummerSlam from the moment that Charlotte Flair won the title. I'm good after that. The rest of it, I could care less.
So, all right. So, what did you think about the main event?
It was predictable to know that John Cena wasn't going to win.
Oh, obviously.
He starts a movie in September by his own admission, and he also came out on SmackDown on Friday and said, "Oh, and if you think I'm going to lose because I start a movie in September, I'll just win it and I'll defend it at WrestleMania. See you in Dallas." He basically gave away the winner. And what furthermore gave it away is when Roman Reigns said, "If I don't beat you, I'm leaving WWE." So if you thought Cena had a snowball's chance in hell in that match, you're a moron. Furthermore, let's talk about Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was called at 10:30 p.m. on Friday. What was happening then?
We need you back. We need you back. How much money?
Going back to movies again. He said, "Thanks. See you soon." Exactly. Brock Lesnar was not coming back to WWE anytime soon. Vince offered him a huge paycheck to not only come back and stare down Roman Reigns, but to also have a match between Lesnar and Roman at Crown Jewel because they got the contract renewed by Saudi Arabia. So in October, I guess, they're going back to Saudi Arabia, and we're going to get Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Number 4.
And we're going to get Goldberg versus Lashley rematch. Because Vince thinks that only Saudi Arabians know old school guys like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg and Cena and Randy Orton and The Undertaker.
It was interesting, but it was also very disappointing at the same time.
The Beast gets no matches till next pay-per-view. He gets back. No, the next pay-per-view is September, and I think it's Extreme Rules. He's not even going to be at that. He's going to be. He showed up last night for a moment at the end of the pay-per-view for everybody to cheer, and there was 40,000 people there, fans there, not 51,000 like they're claiming. There was 40,000 there. And which is pathetic because that place for football holds 65,000 people. So just saying.
Yep.
That shows you right there. I don't care what anybody says. COVID. That shows you right there that WWE can't pack a stadium for SummerSlam, even with that card. I mean, if you look at the card on paper, it looks pretty cool, right? You got Roman Reigns versus John Cena. You got Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. You got this, that, and the other thing mixed in there. You got Edge versus Seth Rollins. So on paper, it looks pretty fucking cool. I'd buy a ticket to it.
Ask yourself this question.
Driving home that night, I am What?
Ask yourself this question though.
Yeah.
What did that building look like on Friday?
Yeah.
What did that building look like on Friday?
I did not cheer when I saw Brock Lesnar. It was shocking to me. But I didn't cheer. I cheered and damn near cried when I saw CM Punk come out on Rampage on Friday. That was awesome.
When that music hit,
the only
if
match,
you didn't get goosebumps.
Yes, my wife got goosebumps, and she don't even like wrestling that much. She likes CM Punk. It's those moments that make me love wrestling. It's when Edge came back in 2020. It's those moments that you get every once in a blue moon. And Brock Lesnar to me wasn't that much of a shock. But I actually popped more for Becky Lynch before she squashed Bianca. When I heard her music, I got excited for that. I thought we were going to see a triple threat match, maybe between Carmella and Belair and Becky. I don't know. Anyway, if you've been watching us this whole show, down on the bottom of your screen, there's some program notes there. There is no Around the Turnbuckle this Saturday. I will be on vacation with the family. But on Sunday night, I have the former Triple WA champion, the Prime Minister of Wrestling, Wyndham James Winthorpe III.
What time Sunday?
6 o'clock.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for another great show. Go Jets, Chris. Thank you for always chiming in there. Yes. No Around the Turnbuckle on Saturday, but we will be here on Sunday with Wyndham James Winthorpe III from Triple WA and other places. And Spitting with Spitters got not one, Adrian, not two, but 3 episodes this week.
3?
My man, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, snap.
TJ Spitter, check them out right here on this channel. And if you haven't already, share us out there, subscribe. Jessica, thank you so much for all your comments. We will see you soon. Thank you, everybody who watched. Adrian and I are out of here.